Now let's learn about the fractional part. So what the fractional part actually means and what I mean here. Well, let's say that if you have the number like 1010.001 in the binary form. Well, there is nothing different than the previous one, but the difference already arrived here. Well, which kind of difference? We see the same thing, right? Well, the difference, the major difference that we have noticed is this dot thing. This is making the 001 after decimal a fractional part. Now, how we are going to solve the fractional part, and that we're going to have an interesting question. So, let's start solving and let's learn something awesome. Well, there are numbers like, let's start with very basics. 2 to the power 3, like 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So let's start with 2 to the power 3 multiply 1 plus 2 to the power 2 multiply 0 plus 2 to the power 1 multiply 1 plus 2 to the power 0 multiply 0. So this is the integer part that we have done there. Now after decimal starts, so let's change the color for this one so that you can understand the thing quite significantly. Now I'm going to write 2 to the power minus 1 multiply 0 plus 2 to the power minus 2 multiply 0. Now at the final one, to the power minus 3 multiply 1. So this will going to be the case. Now I think you have understood. This is the first place, this is the second place, and this is the third place, because we have 0 here and this one, this is our ones part. So in this side or after decimal side, we start 1 to 3 like a regular number, and in this side we start 1 to 3 like 1 2 3 and so on, and from here 1 2 3 and so on. But this side is negative 1 and this side is positive 1 when the decimal is occurring. Okay, now I think you have got the idea. So let's solve it for the final answer, and this will going to be the to the power 3 is 8 plus this will going to be 0, so let's write 0. 2 to the power 1 is 2, so let's write 2, and this one will again going to be the 0 because we are multiplying it with 0, plus let's change the color again so that it will become convenient for us to understand. Now this one will going to be 0 again because we are multiplying with 0. Anything with 0 is 0, and this will also going to be 0, but this one is not going to be 0. It's 1 multiplied 2 to the power minus 3. It means 2 to the power minus 3. Now let's solve it. So in this part we have 10, so let's write 10, and now put the dot here 0 0, so it does not make any sense. Remember, we have put it the decimal everywhere, that's why I changed the color. So it is just like the integer, nothing else. Okay, now if you solve to the power minus 3, it will going to be 2 to the power minus 3 is actually 1 by 8, and that is going to be 0.125. So we are going to write 125 base 10. Now I think you get the idea. It's very simple. After decimal, we just have to use the powers in the negative terms like minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and all that such things. When we do so, we get the things like these, like 2 to the power minus 3 in our case, and we reach to this answer. So I think that part is very much clear and do not require much kind of practice. If you wish to practice, you can try the numbers by interconversion, right? So for that one, let's learn something new. So in something new part, we do have something interesting. Now let's learn about Decimal to binary conversion. Yeah, it's time came for the vice versa part. So it's decimal to binary. So how do we convert decimal number to binary number? Well, um, well, that's pretty much interesting and one of my favorite part. 41, let's say 41 is our number in the decimal system, and we need to convert that into binary format. Like now we are telling the machine. So we are converting actually the machine thing, and we are understanding what machine is actually doing and working and how it is understanding what we are trying to convey. For that one, let's make a two partition type thing here so that it will become easy. Now let's divide 41 divided by 2. So what will be our answer when we divide? It's 20. Well, wait. I am writing the remainder here. Okay. So the remainder will going to be 1. Now it's okay, right? 20 divided by 2. It is going to be 10. So we do not have any remainder in this case. Remember, these are the new division in each case. Like this is the first one, this is the second one, and now we are going to proceed with the third one. So 10 divided by 2 is going to be 5. So still we have 0 as remainder in this case. Now in the fourth step, we are going to see 5 divided by 2, which will going to be 2, as 2 to the 4, and we have remainder 1. Now in the fifth step, 2 divided by 2, which is 1, but the remainder here becomes 0. And now finally we have the sixth part, which is 1 divided by 2. So we cannot technically divide that, so we are writing 0, and in place of remainder we are writing 1. Okay, so now we are done. Done? Yes, really, we are done. We are done writing the binary system. So the answer will be in the opposite direction. That you have to remember, right? Okay, so how we are going to write this answer? We are going to write this answer as 1 0 1 0 0 1. This is our 41 in the decimal number system. So now I think you have understood the concept. So there are just two things. First, you need to divide like the traditional division that we do in our junior classes, like 41 divided by 2, and this is going to be 20, and this is going to be 40, remainder 1. So we are just writing the remainder on separate place, like in here. And on taking the answer part, you have to take it in reverse form. Like we started with 1, then 0, and then 1, then 0, and then 0, and then finally with the 1. So that we need to understand. So this is the decimal to binary conversion, but surely there are the fraction part too. So let's learn the fraction part.